my helmet of salvation. Where you see a bonnet, this is my helmet of salvation. Girl, what are you waiting on? Follow me on Instagram, like, comment, subscribe, and click that bell notification. What it do, y'all? What it do? Okay, so the girls have been talking about Monique and Bonnet Gate, as I'm calling it. And when I first heard it, it was actually my husband who brought it to my attention. We were laying in the bed and he was like, if you want to wear your bonnet to the airport, then I fully support you. And I looked at him like, okay, King, I don't plan to, but okay. So then I dig a little deeper and I found out that Monique had posted something saying that she didn't want the girls wearing their bonnets in the airport. So I was like, okay, like, why are the people up in arms? So you know me, I got to dig a little deeper and I got to make sure that I am fully educated on something before I share my opinion. So that's what I decided to do. So I went and I looked on Miss Monique's Instagram page and it was just like a 4-minute IG video. I thought that it was going to be longer and like a whole lot more than it was, but per usual, people are up in arms about something that I don't think they really need to be up in arms about. But girl, that's just my opinion. So when she first opened up the video, she said, hi, my sweet babies. This is Auntie here coming to you with love. And I was thinking, oh, well, maybe they don't like this because she's starting the video with hi, my sweet babies. And people are interpreting that as being condescending. So before I followed through with that thought pattern, I was like, let me look at her other videos. And she basically starts all of her videos with hi, my sweet baby. So I had to cross that off the list. So I was like, no, it's not her being condescending like she always does this. So girl, then I kept listening to the video and Miss Monique said that she was in the airport, wherever she was, and the girls were rolling up to the airport with their scarves on, their bonnets and everything. And she said that she wants the girls to dress like the queens that they are and to like be able to command the respect that they deserve. And I was like, okay. Like Monique is what, like late 50s, something like that. Like y'all already know how that older crowd rolls. Like that's the generation who grew up in church where you had to wear a dress to skirt. You had to wear a dress or skirt to church. You had to be dressed to the nines. Them the ladies who be wearing the hats. Like, what did y'all expect? Like the older generation, my generation, and even like the younger kids that's coming up in this next generation are completely different. So I really don't understand what the girls expected out of her. Now, this is part of my 2 cents with it. I think that some people are upset because she's saying that Black women shouldn't wear bonnets, when a bonnet really can just be seen as a hat or a helmet of salvation. As Derek Jackson's wife has said, this is my helmet of salvation. Where you see a bonnet, this is my helmet of salvation. Girl, let me stop. So anywho, it's really just a hat. It's really no different than a hat. I think that the inherent difference is that it's predominantly worn by Black women to go to sleep. So we're going to take the piece of it being predominantly worn by Black women and then the fact that it's traditionally worn to go to sleep. Personally, I don't wear my pajamas out in public. That's just me. So anything that I wear to go to sleep, I'm not going to wear out in public, no matter how cute it is. And then second, there's this idea of it being inherently racist to say that Black women shouldn't wear bonnets out in public because it's Black women who predominantly wear it. Whereas if a white woman made it fashionable, then the white girls may be okay with Black women wearing bonnets out in public. Another piece of it is that Miss Monique had her robe on when she was presenting this information. So one could say that she wasn't dressed appropriately to be delivering the message because the messenger needs to look appropriate when delivering a message about looking appropriate. Girl, I don't make the rules. I don't make the news. I just report it, okay? That's just what the girls are saying. So I think that The piece that bothers me about it, not deeply, because the way that she delivered it was in loving kindness. But the little piece that bothered me was that she was correcting Black women in front of other people, which will include white people. So I have this thing about Black people saying the N-word in front of white people. I feel like if you're gonna say it, you can do whatever, but don't say it in front of white people. And I feel the same way about Black people complaining about other Black people in front of white people, because I feel like it gives white people ammunition to continue their prejudice and their racial bias against us. That's just me. However, I also can understand the fact that Monique is a public figure. So if she does it in a public setting, then she's going to be able to reach more listeners, and then maybe they'll be able to change their mind. Now, girl, we know that the whole situation with Monique and Netflix didn't go over too well when she went public with that. But maybe she thought that the Bonnet Gate was going to be different. Maybe she thought that she could change some minds with Bonnet Gate, girl. I don't know. Also, I think that there is a difference between wearing a bonnet to and through the airport than wearing a bonnet on the plane. Because, girl, if I got a flight to Dubai or Thailand, which are very long flights, I'm going to wrap up my hair. Like, Black women's hair is super delicate, and it costs a lot of money to get it done. So I get it why Black women are wearing their bonnets to the airport. I just wouldn't do it, but I get it. I also think that a piece of it has to do with the typical bonnet wearer, because generally the person who wears their bonnet out in public falls within a certain class of individuals. So it might not necessarily be the bonnet, but it's what the bonnet represents. So when other people see that group of people wearing their bonnet out in public, they are then going to again have that racial bias and apply it to other Black women. And yes, we know that that is problematic because one person does not represent the race as a whole. I think that the assumption that Miss Monique had was that if we look better, we will be treated better. And girl, we know that that's rooted in racism anyway, because Black women had been straightening their hair so that they could blend in with white folks. Black women have been changing everything about who they are to blend in with the dominant culture so that we could potentially be accepted, and we've never been accepted. So I think that the fight could be, well, I'm gonna wear my bonnet regardless because they're not gonna treat me better than if I didn't wear my bonnet. But maybe that's the fight that people are trying to say. Like, what I do like about Miss Monique is that she just delivered it in loving kindness. I think that that is a problem with what is going on in our nation right now, is that when people have a difference of opinion, they usually don't deliver, or some people don't deliver that information in a loving, kind manner. They are sometimes so open-minded that they become closed. And I know that I really had to work on this. I really didn't see much harm in what she was saying, aside from the racial implications of trying to perform so that we can be accepted by white people. I think that's why a lot of the intellectual Black crowd was upset. But I do like what she said as far as if you want to be addressed as a queen, because we're always saying, hey, queen, yes, queen, all of that stuff, then you need to present yourself as such. Like, you don't see queens walking around looking regular, sloppy, and all of this stuff. Like, I'm going to be beat. Like, even if the face doesn't have makeup on it, I'm going to look clean. I am going to look nice. I'm not going to have on some old rat-a-tatted bonnet. I'm not. Like, girl, can you imagine seeing me walking through the airport with this bonnet on? Okay, maybe not this one. What about this one? This the worst one. First of all, I don't even like walking around my house in this bonnet. I do it because I'm at home. But I got a husband here, and girl, like, I mean, what about this one? Because it got the African print on it. Do this make me a queen because it got the African print? What about this one? I'm not doing it. However, like I said, I do understand that essentially a bonnet is simply a head covering, a hat a do-rag. Men wear do-rags in the airport and people don't complain about that. So is this racist and also based in the patriarchy? Girl, I don't know. I don't know. But again, she delivered it in loving kindness. So I don't think that there was any reason to attack her or to feel like she was attacking anyone. I think that it's possible for both sides to be true. I think that it's possible for someone to say, I don't really think that wearing sleep clothes to the airport is okay. Like, yes, be comfy. Maybe you could put your bonnet on once you get on the plane when you finna go to sleep or whatever. And at the same time, I also think that it's important to acknowledge that Black women's hair and appearance has always been called out by the majority. I mean, we just getting laws to protect Black women to be able to wear their natural hair at work. So I get what Miss Monique is saying, but I also get what the opposers are saying. But like I said, I think that both sides could be true. Maybe because I'm a therapist and I love the gray area, but we're going to stay right in the gray area and I am not picking a side. Okay, that's all that I got. Ain't got no more. See you next time.